you had a story about how in college, like this guy asked you out and he's very gentlemanly.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us about that?
I'd love to. There was this moment in college where I was asked out by this guy in theater, and I wasn't attracted to him necessarily, not his fault, but he had the balls to ask me out, and he actually asked me on a date. That's something that is very rare, I think, at least in my experience, and I think like in general, it feels like nobody asks on dates. People want to date you. They say, do you want to be my girlfriend? Do you want to be my boyfriend? Not, may I court you and take you on a date? And I thought that was really lovely. So he picks me up, he takes me to the venue, and as soon as we get there, genuinely not with any kind of anxiety, very just upfrontly, he goes, are you interested in anybody right now? And I said, well, at the time, yes, I was. And he said, hey, I don't want to get in the way of that. Why don't we just spend time here, have some fun, and then nothing is like attached or anything. And it was such a refreshing experience because it made me realize men aren't stupid, men are not dumb, men are not even to be expected to be operating at a lower level than I find them capable to be, or that I should expect them to be, because this was an experience that I had whenever I was in college. And so it was incredibly refreshing to feel as though I was seen not as a woman, at least in that moment, but as a genuine equal, as in a partnership. Somebody wanted a partnership with me, and then I rejected it, and they still paid for dinner. And since I have grown older, it is just more and more that I find that rejection equals anger, equals like unsafety for me, and it makes it so that I am not comfortable even putting myself in any kind of situation like that in the future, you know?
So you're saying that you would like a gentlemanly man, somebody who courts you, takes you on a date, all of these sorts of things?
Absolutely.
I'm in a little bit in two minds here, because I can hear what you're saying, but then I can see that you're dressed as a cat.
I'm a dog,
and
so...
you call yourself a dog.
Woof, yes.
Do you think
Nick, could you open that door more?
Perhaps hindering that a little bit, the fact that you are a
So
dog?
I don't deserve respect because I'm dressing like an animal?
Well, I mean...
don't deserve to be treated like a person because I'm dressing like an animal?
Hold on a second. Do you think that that might be a deterrent for a man who is more traditional if you're dressing like a dog?
No, because I'm not out seeking anything traditional. I was simply reflecting on a college experience that I had.
So you're not seeking that sort of person?
I appreciate that kind of person. I'm not seeking anything specifically. I don't seek people. I'm not.
So when you look at a relationship, are you looking at like a pet owner type relationship, or like two dogs in the relationship, or what's your ideal?
A partner who loves and respects me and sees me as an equal that I am.
But you see yourself as an actual dog, right? You said you like to go play fetch.
Woof, yes.
So how does that tie into your relationship? Like, what are you looking for if you're a dog?
I'm looking for somebody to throw me a ball and then also say, oh, hey, I appreciate you, bringing in a financial, amount to the situation. I appreciate you having your own thoughts and theories about the world around you, and not somebody who sees me as an animal. I think the issue is that men have a difficult time seeing women in submissive positions without overbearing power toward them, and especially that can lead into like, okay, you see me and a man sees me wearing a dog collar and he's like, oh, I want to tug on that. Are you wearing that collar for me?
Are you saying that the dog thing isn't a sexual fantasy? It's not a kink?
Not in any way.
It's not a submissive sexual fantasy?
Are you a Therian?
No.
No, I think
like, do you identify as like otherkin?
Why would I do that?
I mean,
it's a little silly.
Outward appearance, like that's
fun.
a reasonable question.
I think this is something that she enjoys doing. The issue is that
it's a valid
if you want
question.
A man who wants a more traditional outlook in life, typically this is going to welcome men who have that fetish, as you already know.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily like, I hate it when men sexualize everything, but unfortunately, like, if they see a mentally unwell woman, they're not going to think traditional relationship. They're going to think, I'm going to be able to get quick sex and then run away before she goes crazy. That's their mindset. So I think that although obviously you look really cute and all of that jazz, there is, like, as you were mentioning, like a sort of cognitive dissonance where it's like you're portraying something that doesn't elicit the type of men that you want.
Yeah,
I think there's
she's also not looking.
I am not actively looking. I talked about how I'm voluntarily celibate and how that's something that I'm not interested in. So I find the friendships that cross my path in a very similar way to what she was talking about, where, whenever men find out that I'm not interested in sex, they don't want to be friends. I understand why somebody would sexualize me, and then upon, hey, I actually don't like you like that, they wouldn't want to be friends. It's just annoying in the fact where it's like, well, shoot, I'm not even like gonna be open to that in general. It's just unnecessary.
Is this a long-term thing for you?
Yes.
The dog thing?
Yes.
You see you're taking this into your relationships one day?
It's been a part of my life my whole life.
And so do you think that this should factor in when you're thinking about the kind of man that you want to be with? Like
Not
I was
at
saying
all.
before, you haven't thought about that? You just want someone who fully accepts you for the dog?
No, I want somebody to hold me accountable for my actions and decisions that I make. And if I'm putting off an image that is inappropriate, then I trust that. Whenever my family first saw me doing social media, I've never engaged in OnlyFans, I've never engaged in cam work. But because of the fact that I'm wearing animal ears, there is a misconception because in the porn industry...
So you've never done any OnlyFans?
No.
Okay. Well, that changes a little bit because it could actually be a phase and it's not something that's an overt sexual
It's interesting
kink.
that I specify it exactly. It is not a sexual kink. Whenever I specify, it's been a part of my life forever. It is a lifestyle that I live. I am the kid that was at school playing wolves on the park. You know what I mean, on the playground, and it does not.
Do you think there'll come a time when that has to subside for more adult duties?
I think even in private relationships, there's women who basically say, I'm a fairy, I'm a mermaid, I'm this, but
Yeah.
in private relationships, that's expressed only with a partner. I think in your case, you're kind of publicizing that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's necessarily out of the ordinary to be like, oh, I'm this imaginary creature, or I'm this animal, or
Exactly.
whatever,
I'm
or with a partner.
Yeah. There's no cognitive dissonance for me in who I am or my regard and my role with people. You know, it's not like
So
that.
is it you think you're like genetically like your biology is canine, or is it the fact that you just take that upon yourself? It's like a personality thing.
It's definitely a personality thing. I'm very doggish, and I've always been that way. I've always like identified.
I'm not even
What breed of?
What breed do you think I am, Brian? Look at my ears. Look at my spots. What do you think?
A cheetah?
Dalmatian.
I'm not sure.
Girl, did you just say cheetah? It's a Dalmatian.
Are they
yes.
purple dogs?
A purple Dalmatian?
Dalmatian.
I'm a purple Dalmatian. Yes, a lavender Dalmatian.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, I genuinely want to know, like, what traits of yours do you have that made you realize that you're a dog? Like wagon tail, like.
I think
what do you mean exactly?
I think there might be a misconception that there was a
Being
time
called a
Everybody
good
speak
girl.
Closer to the mics, please.
Yeah.
I never realized that I was a dog. It is simply a lifestyle choice. Whenever you are young, you engage in play. We play pretend. We play house. There's somebody who's the mom. Oh, I want to be the dad. I want to be the daughter. I wanted to be the dog from the time I was in preschool.
Okay.
And it was a very exciting thing for me.
I get what she's saying.
Yes.
Okay, so like when you choose like a character on like I don't know
World of
what
Warcraft.
Play?
Yeah.
So like
this
on
is the
anything.
character you
So
chose.
basically, this is her character for life.
Yeah, she like it's perma. Like you can't
Yeah.
reroll.
It's
Like there's no
it's her
rerolling.
skin.
Yeah.
You can't like she can't even change like the type of the breed of dog. Like she can't
That's
be
actually,
like I want to be
you would be
Chihuahua.
impressed with my ear collection.
Oh,
actually.
you do sometimes
I
change
can
the
switch up
the
my breed.
Okay.
Wait,
I
can
go
we
both
please-
ways. So
Hold
I
on,
can, like,
going
species,
back,
yeah, all
So
that.
going back.
non-binary dog.
Can we please see you wag
Oh,
that
no.
tail?
Species,
Let's not.
Species.
Wait,
non-binary.
hold on. You have a tail?
Yeah.
Yes, can she please wag it?
Wait, hold on. I do have a question because people who are like do that shit for kinks, like
Yeah.
you know, like you
I'm
know.
aware of that, and
It's not-
It's gross. To
but
me,
you
to
don't.
me, it's
It's not
frustrating.
I feel that.
inside of you, like the.
Do you want it to be? What?
Wait,
Are you-
No, I'm asking you. No, like these.
I get what
these
you're
fucking
saying, yeah.
animal people, they'll like wear tails, and it's actually butt
Doc
plug.
Venabilly donated $200. Let me get this straight. Arthurian is silly, but me and I'm a dog is not. You want to be treated as human while identifying as animal. Do you really not see why you would deter a healthy partner?
See, like, I actually,
Thank
Yeah, that
you,
makes
Doc
sense.
Finably.
Well, what
Do you want to respond to this?
Yeah, I suppose I'm a little confused in this like quest for a healthy partner. I am very satisfied with the friendships and platonic partnerships like in my life of people who support, you know, me in my endeavors, and I support them. I'm not seeking anything, so I think it's very strange that I should be altering parts of myself that I am completely comfortable with, that I don't have any kind of moral like high ground or like confusion with. An aesthetic choice for a healthy partner because there is an assumption that, okay, I'm crazy, I'm out of touch, or, you know, there's misconceptions. A huge misconception, the way that I dress, people assume that I do sex work. That's a huge misconception. But is that going to stop me from wearing pastel colors? No, just because the e-girl brand normalized wearing pastel colors and cat ears on the internet, suddenly I'm not allowed to express myself in the way that I choose. It's very, without there being a sexual expectation, is very
Well, I mean,
frustrating.
it's not clear to me. I mean, if you've actually even said that you're necessarily even looking for a traditional guy, I'm assuming
I'm
you'd
not.
be. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if it's a fair statement for them to make. I don't even think that you're arguing that I deserve X sort of treatment, but I think the point that they're trying to make is could your outward presentation when it comes to your appearance and your aesthetic, could that perhaps, you know, some people might take quarrel with that and not want to date you? I assume the answer is yes,
yeah.
but I think you don't care. And your trade-off is, well, I like to dress this way, and the men who will like me, and that's that. But I did want to get back to the story that you said about this guy who while you were kind of already
I was interested in somebody else at
were
the time
you
in
dating him or
college.
just interested
I
in
was
him?
just interested.
So it wasn't reciprocal from the other guy?
No, from the other guy at the time in college, it was, but it was a long distance thing, so it was just, you know.
But so you were kind of not
I was
really,
emotionally invested in something
you were not
else.
emotionally available for somebody else.
And so he asked me up front, and I was up front with him.
But okay, but so you still went on the date, and you went on the date with him. He took you out
because
and
he
treated
asked
you-
when we got to the venue. He asked about that. He was like, "Are you emotionally like looking
Sure.
for anybody else in that regard?" Right.
And he was cool with it. He's like, hey, we can still just have a nice little dinner and just keep things friendly. Were you having sex with the other guy?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Was the other guy as gentlemanly and kind and gracious as the guy who you kind of friend zoned?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It was a genuine just mismatch, and I just did not see you like that in the same way you saw me.
Okay.